We are live. We are live Sunday. We've got some fun stuff to share. A lot of boxes have come in, some really cool stuff. So in our typical unboxing fashion, we're not going to reveal too much. We know that there's some slippers, we know there's some comics, and there's a few other things, and we're going to get to that all here in just a second, right after we do this little unboxing. I'm so excited! All right, that's awesome. Okay, so what I need to do is I just got to make sure that this is working properly so I can, yeah, let's just do that. We're going to make sure, you know what, let me go ahead and put this onto the chat side so when I see someone joins on, I'm going to share right now the fact that we are live. Bear with me. Let's make sure it's working. Yes, it's working. Okay, good. Let me just go ahead and share this really quick. This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. I'm excited. And we'll share it one more place. All right, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the fun, crazy, a whole bunch of little fun unboxing that we have going on here. What's going on, Jason? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, for those that don't realize, we are live both on Facebook and YouTube right now. So, look at all this fun stuff. Look at all this. Oh, I'm excited. All right, now not everything here is Motu related, so I'm going to be careful on my selections on what I pick and what we show. I did mention some collector coins, I believe, in the post, so let's dive into these. What's going on, Daniel? Mike Dye, what's up, my friend? We have something. Mike, this is interesting, I think, for you. I had purchased these a while ago. They came in, to be fair, a couple months ago, I think now. And these they're collector coins. This was put out by a store in Australia, or a company in Australia. And look at these things. I do have the other camera up and running, so let me see if I can actually make that look good. So there's that one, and there's this one. So we have two different coins that were made available, and the company, so we get it right, is Pop Culture. They're based out of Australia, 1993. So this is the company logo, Pop Culture, and these are the products that they put out, these collectible coins. Thanks, JR. I appreciate it, man. And I probably should find a better spot to put them out and do, but now I put it up there. So let's go ahead and open up these coins and take a look-see. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think my camera has a smudge on it. I apologize. Let me go ahead and... That helped a little bit. The glare is still tough, though. All right, check these coins out. Look at this. I mean, whoa. It's dirty because my hands have been on it. I've already looked at it once or twice, but really heavy duty, thick. I mean, look how thick that coin is. Try to get it to focus. It's struggling to focus today. Back side of the coin. Maybe if I just leave it inside the case, that'll be better. Yeah, it gives you a good idea. Some contrast. Bam, what's up, buddy? Oh no! And then here is the He-Man. So we've got He-Man. Now the one thing I noticed about the He-Man coin, you know what? I'm not liking the way that looks on this one. The way that this looks is much, much better. It's hard to tell with this particular angle, but this particular angle has purple. You can barely tell on the outside ring there that there is a purple line. And what's interesting is that Skeletor has the red line going around him. I kind of thought those were backwards. I thought the purple should be on him and this, but maybe that's the way that they cross over. I don't know. The back is really cool on both of them. We've got the crest, and then we've got the crossbones. I'll try to do one at a time for a little better focusing. No, it's a little crooked there, but you get to see it. Vaughn, buddy, what's going on? Hey, this ain't your birthday today. Happy birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Hey Jason, what's going on, man? So yes, these collector coins are pretty amazing. They're badass. I'm super excited. I actually got 2 pair because I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. If they were awesome, if they were going to be poor quality, good quality. I mean, rarely does anything that gets licensed, because this, I believe, is officially licensed. Yes, this is an officially licensed product. So normally when you start to deal with that stuff, you're not going to get too cheap a product. It's struggling there to focus on that text a little bit, so I apologize. Yeah, come on. There we go. So for anyone interested, there's the information. There's your barcode number. So these things are pretty amazing. I got 2 of these guys, so they're in here. It's going to be added to the collection, and I'll just set those aside and kind of forget about them until a future date. Keeping with the collectibles, I know people have been seeing pictures of these. Can anyone guess what this is? This look familiar? Anyone get a box very similar to this in the recent couple days? Well, it's because of these. These have been shipping the last week or so, and these are freaking amazing. I don't know what scale they are. I should probably look and see if it says. It says they're not a toy, 18-year-old, Master Universe Associated trademarks and trade dress are owned and under license from Mattel 2020. These things are pretty cool. Now, the way that they're packaged, I probably won't take them out right now because they're actually set inside of a. The packaging here is a foam, like a what am I trying to say? A flocked foam, so it keeps things just a little bit safe. And they actually click right in, but it's pretty cool. I mean, you can see. I don't know. This is just about my finger span is 9 inches or so, so roughly 9. I mean, it's good. We're good there. Eric, what's up, bud? And then, of course, we have the Havoc staff. Now, the sword is pretty cool, but the Havoc staff, I think, is my favorite so far of the 2. It also clicks into a foam backing. I know it's hard to see with the glare, but it has got a very, very high chrome, purple chrome finish all the way up and down the Havoc staff. And it's not lightweight. These are solid metal, so they definitely have weight to them, and they're not for kids. I mean, that's what they say, they're not for kids. This is bigger than the letter openers that we saw from Icon, substantially bigger, at least a couple inches larger than the ones that we saw from Icon. So I would, if you can get these, pick them up. They're available still. Different shops are able to pick them up. Reach out to your local comic vendor, comic shop, because I think they even have access to getting these things depending on who they're distributed through. Very cool item. Very cool. Okay, now I need some. Now I need some outfit. What up, Jed? Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. That was gold. Okay, what else do we got? What else do we got? Do I want to do this one? Oh yeah. We want to do this one. This is a combination for the collection and trade. Okay. I know that these have been out now for a while. We have seen these 4-packs. These are pretty cool. They open up. These have not been opened. I have 2 of them. I have both of the Castle Grayskull versions, which, as we know, has a variant paint Ram Man in it. So I think they call it the comic paint, is what you see inside of this. So it's the 3 of the figures the same. They open up in this little box fashion like this, and you wind up having 4 of the mini Eternia minis in there. I have obviously the 2. I'm going to have one for trade if someone winds up getting 2 of the Snake versions. I don't have a Snake version yet, so I'd like to get one and trade it. So these are pretty cool. I don't know if they're doing more than just these. If they're going to be putting out other box sets of 4 or what. But for those of you that would like to, Sean, I see that you still need one of these. These are still available. The Grayskull versions are still available on Walmart.com the last time I checked. The Snake Mountain versions were sold out. So again, if anyone's willing to trade a Snake Mountain for a Grayskull, even though you can still get the Grayskull, let me know. I got one available and like to trade. Okay, so this goes in the collection. This goes for the side. What else do we got? What else do we got? What else we got? Okay, I mentioned comics and I mentioned slippers. So we should probably do some of that stuff. Ah! You guys are not going to believe these. I hadn't seen these before. When they came up on eBay, yes, eBay, I had to snag them. And I could not believe that I wasn't in competition with some of my fellow merchandise collectors, too. Look at these guys. I don't think they were used very much because the heavily used ones, the text comes off the bottom really quick. They wear off. So as we can see, these are size 2-3 or 3-4, sorry. And I don't know, will they show good under the camera? They show okay. They show pretty good. We can leave those up there while we unbox the next one. I think it's a pretty cool little piece here. I'll stuff them and hopefully I can get them to stay up and we can see what they look like. They're a puffy sticker. It's a puffy type. It's not an actual like patch, like a fabric patch. These are puffy, like puffy type stickers. The white background is just making it tough to focus on it. Sorry. Well, see, we're learning. We're learning. I got to get a different background for that. All right, so these are... Do they have the year? I think it has the year. Nope, just made in Taiwan. Yes, 1983. But again, anything that's 1983 from this time period, they're typically... They're typically trademarked because everything was trademarked in 83. Everything was licensed in 83. So... it could be 84, could be who knows what, but it's likely that it is actually 83 for these slippers. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, I mentioned comics. I have some pretty cool, some pretty rare comics that have recently come in. And huge thanks to Alexander. Some of these are not special. Some of these are special. So I just want to clarify. I do have a couple rare ones that we'll be showing today. But these are not necessarily the rare ones, all right? What I was trying to fill in is my MVCreations / image comic run from the Masters of the Universe line. And to be fair, if you try to follow chronological 1, 2, 3, 4, you think you have it figured out, but you oftentimes will not. So I highly recommend checking out He-Man.org. It puts the comics in specific order for you. In the near future, I plan on doing a review on the comics in actual order, and that way there's some more visual representation of it. So here we have issue number 1, but again, this is issue number 1 from November, and this is the B cover. There's A, B covers. It gets really confusing. It shouldn't, but it does. And let's see how this looks down there. Oh, horrible white hot spot. Horrible hot spot. I can't fix that. That's not going to be good. That's not good. All right, well, let's keep looking. Now, I believe, yes. So what I did is I set aside, I picked up a lot of comics, and the lot had 3 specific ones that I needed. All of these, this one, cover B, what we got here, 5, all the ones I'm showing you right now, the Sorceress number 4, and cover B here, number 1, all of those are going to be available. Those were just doubles that I had that came in the lot, which afforded me cover A. Again, this one's nothing super rare. This one's available in a holofoil as well. And I'll show you what that looks like here soon. Number 3, which was Stratos. Again, nothing super hard to find. This one just eluded me when they were out. This one was, again, not impossible to find, but again, it was a cover B, and I never had it. So this is one of the 3 that I needed from this particular lot. Claim button. Nice, Sean. Yeah, hey man, I think you have some of these. If you don't, you're more than welcome to them, Sean. You're more than welcome to them. I know you're into these comics just as much as I am, if not even more so. So these are the 3 that I got to help complete my run. And again, these weren't necessarily super hard to find, but these are just things that, if less you were cognizant of looking through the books, looking through the collection, and looking at He-Man.org to find out what's out, you're gonna miss them. There were a lot. I have a whole case full, and I'm still missing about 12 or 15 at this point. Some of those do include museum editions. Now, those museum editions, there were only, I think, 50 of each made or something like that. And they typically sell for $1,000 a piece when they surface. It's a special type of paper or special something. I'm going to be talking more about that once I do my homework. Unfortunately, Val is kind enough to give me some information on some of those pieces, so that way I can make sure the proper information gets put out there on numbers, what was used, and everything else. So I'm going to be that'll be a fun video. Now this one is, again, not super hard to find, and it's bound, actually, which is, it won't be for long. The Snake Men 3-pack. Now this is a mini series, the CGE, MVCreations. There's a 3-pack. It's 3 issues that came out like this, The Rise of the Snake Men. Correlates to the 2000X storyline that we saw in the cartoons. A lot of this stuff fed that series, okay? I'm missing one. So this particular comic, issue number 1, is what I needed. I bought this because the other 2 comics I can just unload. I only needed the one, but I couldn't find the single pack, just him, by itself. Not with, at least not the same price. So got this guy taken care of. That was a big one to mark off, because it's not hard to find, but it just had eluded me for all this time, and I finally got it. So I was like, ugh. There's more. I went on a bit of a comic splurge, and yeah. Now this one here, thank you, Kyle Kendall. Freaking guy is awesome. He had come across a very big He-Man lot, had some unique pieces in it, and in that lot he happened to have a comic. Now this one is on the more rare, however you want to say it, side of collecting. I think it was because it was a second printing. I think it was because it just wasn't, I don't know why. I don't know why. But this comic does seem to fetch a few extra dollars. Now it's taped up inside of a bag. It's safe and secure. I'm going to leave it in that until I get my board and bags out. But that right there, this particular version of it, this comic, this with the Skelly on it, number 1, November, and this doesn't look like it's even a variant cover. This particular issue, or this cover, was just very hard to find. And again, don't worry about the tape. It's all in a plastic bag. It's safe and secure. But this right here, November number 1, Skeletor on the cover, is a harder to find and sought after. I put it in the rare category, and hard to find, more expensive. And I got it. Thank you so much, Kyle. Thank you, thank you, thank you! But we're not done. We are not even close to done. Val, you're watching something like that. Yeah, like I said, Val, I'm going to talk to you to get the full details, but we're going to find out some real facts about this. And I want to know about the museum, the numbers of these things, and I know a lot of stuff is on He-Man.org, and I keep telling people, go check it out. But this is going to be fun to do all this and put this all out there in public. So, okay, it's the second print. Thank you, Val, for clarifying. It's the second print for that one. So since you are here, let's go ahead and show some of these folks more what I would consider the more rare. Now, I cheated a little bit with this particular box, and I opened them up because I had to, I couldn't wait. I had to see what was in here. Now, everything in here, I was missing from my collection. Everything. So some of these are easier to find. Some of these, not so easy to find. So we'll start off with more of the mid-range ones. Hey, Kyle, you're on! That's awesome, dude! Thank you so much! So here we go. This is the Graham Cracker. Issue number 1. This has the foil version. They did another version of it without the foil. Notice one's got gold, one does not. Now these are not in any particular order. I'm just pulling these out, showing you guys. When I do the full video in the near future, I'll put them in proper order, 1 and 2, and you'll see side by sides, variations if there's differences like that. This is pretty cool. Very cool to get these two knocked off, checked off the want or missing need list. Oh, okay. Earlier I mentioned a holofoil cover, which I don't think I can grab. It's not right there. So this is the other version. This is the holofoil version of the other one that I had previously shown. So we got the holofoil checked off. I mean, we did some serious digging, some serious homework. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. I got a lot of these things checked off my list. Okay, so we got another. Now here, this is why again, I'm not claiming to be a comic expert by any means. But as a comic novice and liked comics, when you kept seeing issue number 1, you always got excited. Well, issue number 1, there's lots of series. You just get yourself confused. So this is yet another issue number 1. But I believe this is the graham crackers, yes. So this one is the gold foil with just the lettering up there. And they also did that, I think, without the gold up there. All right, so this one is a unique little and I don't remember what this one's from. I'd drawn a blank on what this was from. This is from The Battle Begins. It's a mini comic, and I forgot. I am so sorry. I forgot where that came with. I think it came with I'm not even going to guess. Val, if you're on and you remember, please, let me know. Nice, Val. Hoping to learn something. Okay, so here's a back. This is the divider. I had a divider in there because now we're getting to some of the more elusive, rarer pieces in the comics. These 4 in particular. So this one here is a trifold. There's another version where it's the front part of this. That version is readily available. This one, the middle version, tends to be harder to get and a little more expensive. Again, this is a trifold that opens up. When I do the video, I'll take pictures of the trifolds unfolded and we can see what that looks like. So this one here is, again, a little bit harder to find. We have another issue number 1 here. This is direct sales. So this one here, for whatever reason, I did not have. I could not find it. I actually have a whole list of where these things were at and how they were. And again, thank you to he-man.org because they have it very clear and legible for you to track and follow it there. Again, this one is pretty hard to find. Now these two are kind of a toss-up as far as I'm concerned for availability and rareness. So I'm going to put both up at the same time. These two covers are pretty hard to find, and they do tend to fetch a pretty good penny. Now, mind you, I have shown off, I don't know, I'll have to count, something like 15. That'd be awesome, Val. That'd be great, because some of these things are, I know that I'm also missing the 40th episode, right? So the 40th episode, we're referring to the 2000X cartoon on Cartoon Network. The 40th episode had a storybook done, and it was in the Best Buy exclusive that you could get a mini comic of the 40th episode. There's also on the DVDs, there's a ROM of the storyboard, so if you put it in a computer, I guess you can read the comic as well digitally. So that's also something out there that's still missing. But these guys here are among some of the harder and more pricey cover variants to get. And yeah, I did the count, like I said, after I done all these, and I'm trying to figure out what's missing. I still have around 15 or so that I am missing from the collection. But hey, it's okay. That's part of the game. It's part of the fun side of this, digging through, finding things. And if that wasn't to make it better, there is also more. Alexander is one hell of a nice guy. He included some bonus items. Now, one of these items is not bonus, but some of them are. For example, look at this. This is the paperback version, the second of 2 compendiums, I guess, combined books. So this is the second version of it. Now, this is the softback, okay? They did release a hardcover of both first issue and the second issue of this in hardcover. They are nearly impossible to find. Now, if you really want to get your kicks, I encourage you to go on to eBay, Look up to see what the asking price for what one of these are. They range, and I'll just tell you, they range anywhere from as low as 40, which is a good deal, up to 75 to 100 bucks for these. For this guy, the paperback version. Look at what it sold for at Ollie's. Come on, focus. Stop focusing, where the darn. You can't read it, it says $1.99. So at one point, this book was on super clearance at Ollie's for $1.99. I did not have this, it's expensive, so I got that. But that's not all. Alexander included a couple other things. For example, Val, if you're still on, that might look familiar to you. This is the 2-pack comic exclusive that was, I think, Target. It was it Wolf Armor, He-Man, or something like that. He-Man and Skeletor 2-pack. This is the comic that was in there. I've never read this comic. I have that toy. It's right there, but it's sealed. I've never opened it, so I don't know. So to have this out of the toy, yeah! And he also included a couple foreign comics, which these are always good to have. I love seeing these things. There's subtle differences. And of course, he sent one of the magazines. Absolutely freaking love this thing. This thing is in really good shape. Look inside. Check out the inside. He-Man. Startail. So this is the Starlit Siren series. And is this Sweden? I'm actually drawing a blank. Finland, if I'm not mistaken, if I didn't see that correct at the bottom there. Trademarks are reserved by Finland, 1989. That's pretty damn cool. That is pretty damn cool. Hey, Richard, thanks for joining on, man. Okay, so that is a lot of stuff that I got here in this amazing pile of stuff. And there is some more. I don't know if I'm going to get into much of that stuff today. Oh, we'll do this one. I'll do this one. This box right here, that's probably going to be the next live. I think I'm going to take some time and talk about what I know, which is a little bit, not a lot, about the Lost commercial. Inside of that box is one of the Lost commercial cells. I have most of the characters represented in the Lost commercial. I'm missing a couple of them, but this one was pretty cool because it had an element that I did not have represented from the Lost commercial. And those that don't know what I'm referring to, the Lost commercial is the commercial that helped pitch and get the toy line made. He-Man looks a little more barbaric. The animation is a little more rough. But it's amazing. It's pretty badass. So, this here is... I thought that's what he's... It wasn't open, right? No, it's not. Or is it open? This is still sealed. No, it's not sealed. I didn't think it was sealed. That's okay. I didn't have Spike Ore. I missed this when they did the sale. Now, this is open, it looks like, which I've never opened one. So let me go ahead and take a look and see what it looks like. That's what these guys look like inside there. I knew that's what they look like, but I had never seen one. I've never opened one. The coin is in the bottom there. Looks like he put a little bit of padding around it. It's okay. I don't care. If I got the chase or not, I have 2 of each of the other ones, but I didn't open any of them. So I don't know if I have a chase or not. I'm okay with it. And I saved these boxes too because this is the shipper box that it came in. I know, OCD, but that's the way it is. All right. That is about everything that I had that I was planning on showing. There are a couple other things, like I said up here, but some of the stuff is not He-Man related. I also am doing some flattening right now. What you see right here are some pieces of art that I've got from Stu, Sketchy LaRue, and Ken Coleman. And we'll show those pictures the next time I go live as well. I just want them to be a little more flat so it's easier to show what they are. And that's it, everybody. That is the video that I had planned for today, or kind of spontaneously planned today. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can always reach me at Motu Joe through Facebook. You can also find me on YouTube, and of course, Retro Rags Limited, where you can find some unique apparel, typically themed towards Masters of the Universe, pop culture. And we also do custom hoodies and we bring back clothing to life. So if you have a whole bunch of old t-shirts and you want to see those bring back to life, send me a message. I got a little trick up my sleeve or two that we can show you and how we can do and have some fun with your clothes. At any rate, thank you all for tuning in on this Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend and start your week great on Monday. Thank you all, and hopefully I can sign off without having any glitches. Take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.